First up, the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin has left New Delhi a short while back, winding up a two-day visit with an eye on China. The visit was aimed at strengthening bilateral defense cooperation. The high-stake visit came just weeks before the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visit to the United States. The occasion demands a thorough analysis of the deepening India-U.S. strategic cooperation. But first, let's take a look at Austin's India visit. Well, Austin met with his Indian counterpart, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, and the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. A range of regional security issues were discussed in these meetings. A new roadmap for the US-India defence industrial cooperation was agreed upon. The agreement will fast-track technology cooperation and co-production in areas such as air combat and land mobility systems. This visit also saw the establishment of the India-US Defence Acceleration Ecosystem, acronymed INDUS-X. It is a new initiative to advance cutting-edge technology cooperation. The initiative is designed to complement existing government-to-government collaboration by promoting partnerships between private firms in the two countries. Under Index X, India and the US are reportedly exploring the possibility of co-producing jet engines, long-range artillery and infantry vehicles as well. Austin stressed, however, that he was not trying to establish a NATO in the Indo-Pacific. The deepening partnership is also aimed at establishing India's leading role as a security provider in the Indo-Pacific with an eye on China. US and India have been deepening their defense cooperation in recent years. In June 2016, the US designated India a major defense partner, paving the way for sharing of critical military equipment and technology. The two countries have inked key defense and security pacts over the past few years. This includes LEMOA, or the Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, in 2016. The agreement allows the two militaries to use each other's bases for repair and replenishment of supplies. The two sides also signed the COMCASA, or the Communication Compatibility and Security Agreement, in 2018. The COMCASA provides for interoperability between the two militaries and provides for the sale of high-end technology from the US to India. Finally, the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement in 2020. The US signed all three so-called foundational defense agreements with India, keeping India as a defense partner in mind. Now, the common security threat, China, has grown more and more belligerent in recent times. The US and China have locked horns over a range of issues from trade to Taiwan. At the same time, India's long-standing border disputes with China have also taken from the clashes and skirmishes. Given the context, the India-US defense cooperation is expected to further deepen along with the overall bilateral partnership as well. And for more on this, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal sent us this report from New Delhi.
The US Defense Secretary was on almost 24-hour-long visit to Delhi, in which he held conversations with the Indian Defence Minister, and there were a lot of outcomes, including, of course, both sides agreeing to have negotiations and talks on a key pact that focuses on supply chains, but also focus on free and open Indo-Pacific. How China remains a worry for both the countries, and aggressive actions by the Chinese in the region is something that dominated the conversation. India also highlighted the worries over Pakistan trying to, of course, misuse the Western equipment, and talked about how not trustworthy Islamabad is. But essentially, this was a conversation that paves way for a larger visit of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in which the GE deal, that is manufacturing of jet engines in India, is expected to be signed, and it was also part of the conversation. And in the lengthy release issued by both the Indian side and the American side, focus was on cooperation in every sector possible in terms of defense, whether it's maritime domain or other domains, but essentially how both Washington and New Delhi are going to partner for a more stable Indo-Pacific region. With video journalist Chandrasekhar, Siddhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.